And then just a reminder, right? We know we have the rules video that came up, but a reminder to all of our viewers. Here are the rules. The amateur regulation is 4 minutes. Pro regulation is 6. Amateurs are white and blue belts. Pros are purple, brown, and black belts. Okay. If let's say regulation kind of rolls through, you got your first modified EBI. And each person gets 1 minute to try to submit or try to escape from the position. You start with back or spider armbar. Then you have your second overtime, which is a modified ADCC rule set, where you both start on the feet and you have to get dominant position. Then, if let's say we fast track through that and we go into our third EBI, that's when time matters, right? So your first EBI, of course, submission is king, right, in this entire series. But you also have the opportunity to go into ADCC rule set if both of you, let's say, escape. But in the secondary EBI overtime, the fastest sub and the fastest escape will matter and will win.
Mouthful.
Yes,
awesome job
absolutely.
explaining
Thank
it.
you.
I
And
appreciate
I think there's one after that as well.
No, done.
Oh, that's
so after
okay,
the
okay.
third overtime, the match is over, and it's either one person wins, or if both people just ride out, then it's a draw, and no points will be awarded there.
Okay.
And just a refresher, here is our team duel roster. Again,
I gotta remember
So-
which way. Oh, I thought the graphic was gonna
I thought the
pop.
graphic was going to come up as well, but we reviewed the aesthetic tempo.
Ready for
Yeah.
coin toss? Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so
let's go.
and we are live. We have our referees
And
in
my
the
There
God.
we are. Looking good. Back right corner. You can see the facility here is full of eager fans to watch these events. Look at that, man. Full crowd.
All right, Mike has his shirt on today. Let's go, Mike. Frank the Tank is getting ready.
Okay.
There's Mike.
It's Mike just
With
being
Toronto.
jacked and sick per usual.
I'm glad he has a shirt on. Usually he does not have a shirt on.
Some would prefer if he didn't. Like, man is an absolute brick house. I cannot lie.
Yeah, I had to roll with him this morning, and I was like, Mike, you're not competing. Relax.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
Settle down.
Having to roll with Mike is a great way to put that because wanting to is a rare occurrence.
I said no multiple times. All right, here we go.
All right, so we rolled for first pick of who's going out, and
This
So
is
we'll
a
see who-
gorgeous background.
It's a lot of impressive camera crews around here today.
Yeah, I didn't
yeah,
guys
shout
have
out
these
to
angles.
AVP. They're always here providing the best streaming and best video quality here. Been working a lot with these guys, not only on Hammer Challenge, but also with the Dead Series serious people as well.
Was that Dead Series card the other day? Phenomenal card, yeah.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Having a little technical difficulty right now. The timer, for some reason, the window got shifted off the screen, so we're waiting here. So Velez Jiu Jitsu gets to send out first.
All right, here we go.
All right. AT sending out Vinny.
All right.
Santi versus Vinny.
Here we go. Vinny with his signature knee pad.
Yes.
I was going to say, he was asking about that before. I believe he was the one that came up.
It's a big deal.
Does he like it?
Yes.
Is it his strong side?
No injury whatsoever, but he likes wearing it.
No. I used to have a leg sleeve. I used to be big on.
Who was that? Allen Iverson used to have the armband,
Shoe
right?
armband.
Yeah.
See, I mean, it sounds generic. Look good, play good, pay good, man. Like, you got to, like, feel good out there. For wrestling, if you didn't have a good singlet, I didn't like the way, like, it didn't feel right. I didn't like the way it looked. It would affect me.
Absolutely, and we are live.
Let's go.
Oh,
Vinny's ready to go.
just a quick reminder of the rules.
Cheering.
Quick shot.
Nice.
Slides under half guard. And to
So
full.
Santi has Vinny's right arm trapped,
Nice
but
knee
Vinny
cut.
passes right into that north-south position.
Might be looking to keep that arm trap for a Kimura or just pin and go. Arm bar
In-
attempt.
Tied.
Santi
He's coming
defending
up, he's
pretty
coming
well.
up.
Yep.
Sits up.
Interesting strategy, first of all, right? You know, Vinny has a very strong wrestling background, and he's done a few super fights where that wrestling has been highlighted. The last one I saw him at was LIJJN. He wrestled here locally for Park, and is now stuck in top half. Santi looks pretty comfortable here. Santi looks like he's been in this position several times.
He's getting that lockdown. We're going to see if he can start to dig under a little bit. Reclaims his half guard.
Vinny doing a really good job of maintaining his space, understanding that Santi likes to play guard.
Nice.
And
You got a good guillotine and cow catcher from here.
Let's see if he's going to try to... All right, gets his underhook. Go behind.
Santi does a great job regarding.
Yeah, he's very comfortable. Looks like he's very comfortable in a half guard, knee shield positioning. He's doing a good job of framing and also keeping his hips and his shoulders firm on the mat. Even though it looks like Vinny is able to pass, he's very, very comfy here.
But remember, there's no points, right? So it's all about getting the submission.
Yep.
So Santi wanted to pull guard, so it seems he's comfortable here. Looking at north-south, I think.
Yep. Looks like a tremendously heavy north-south.
Yes. And also pay attention to the foot, okay? So Vinny's right leg is still in the circle, even though his left foot is out. That's still considered inbounds, even if his pinky toenail is there.
Darce opportunity.
There we go.
He's got that short Darce, locking it a little higher.
I think the crowd's, here you go.
Could sit in.
Darce.
Looks like he's slipping back to a gable grip. Might try to go behind here again.
Crowd's going absolutely wild. Home crowd, home team.
Santi reclaims guard.
They're still going, right? They're still going?
Yep, there's referee didn't call stop. Referee didn't call stop.
Cut again.
Standing at north-south.
Tap.
I looked away for a second. What was that?
North-south.
It just looked like he caught a north-south, yeah. Looks like when he get that go behind to the north-south, he just dropped, like slid right in and was able to drop his shoulder throw.
All right, AT on the board.
Excellent match. Excellent way to kick off the card.
First sub, right? And that's what we want.
Yep.
All right, let's see. So now, who has to send? AT has to send.
Now AT sends out their secondary person.
Looks like they're sending Frank.
Got to give 4-minute matches. I give it a lot of credit, man. That's off to a hot start. You know you got to go quick, and you know your adrenaline's going to shoot up real fast. So, I mean, for me, a longer match sometimes isn't always worse, and those guys got off to a hot start. So I give them both a lot of credit.
Looks like Alex De La Cruz is getting ready to suit down to go in. Very cool strategy, interesting strategy. Mike is trying to match up the weights as close as possible, so it looks like he's trying to make it as even as possible so that the smaller guys aren't necessarily fighting the big guys in that sense. So
could be a verbal agreement outside of it too. You don't know. Were they doing some back alley conversations about matching weights perhaps? I don't know.
This is actually our first time seeing De La Cruz back. We know that he had a bit of an injury break and he's been coming back. The last couple of Men of War super fights that he completed was really impressive. He finished both matches the last time I saw him, so it was really cool to watch, and it's very nice to see him back and returning to the mat here.
I will just say from a posture perspective, AT reminds me of how a lot of wrestling teams look when they're warming up. They have the sweats on, they're staying pacing in the corner, they're keeping warm. And, yeah, there's definitely a posture difference I'm noticing.
Yeah, Mike's a little bit anti-pulling guard unless you have to, right? So we have a big mat space, so we're trying to push that wrestling. So
love it. It starts culturally, and I could tell the Park Wrestling sweatshirt went back on Vinny.
Yep. And he's right back to cheering his fans. All right, here we go. He's a good underhook.
And he's looking to get that wrist control.
Maybe cut
nice. Fly by to the Russian. Nice. And fend it off.
Oh,
very nice.
Single, drives across double. He's going to look to get that knee past. Might even...
Right to north-south.
Yep, Alex just has to be careful of his feet, though. If he steps out, even though he's in the dominant position, they'll have to restart them on the feet, so he has to keep be careful.
Americana on the far side. cleared the head. Nice. Ooh,
Americana.
tight. Ooh,
Right into the mount.
Nice.
Very nice. Use that attack to set up his mount.
Good big bridge arm on that one.
Sliding up.
Work through, looks tight.
That's deep. Oh,
Nice
wow.
escape. He goes right back, belly down.
Keep following it. Stepping over. Great defense.
Backs open.
Guys, it is crazy in here.
It's super loud here.
And back to their feet.
We're neutral, guys.
Hey, great defense. The attacks were just constant, and he found a way to keep defending. That was awesome.
My heart is racing.
Yeah, no,
A
right.
minute and a half in.
With that crowd going that crazy, it's hard not to.
Absolutely. And apologies, guys, we didn't get the announcement of who is representing Velez here.
Nice shot.
In the guillotine.
Escaped at the takedown. Good stop position. Maybe Vinny.
And I think his name is Vinny as well, yeah.
Okay, so he's now, big guy's on top.
Did a very good job of gluing his hips there, making sure the butterfly hook wouldn't take him over. Just kind of keeping the edge of that mat. Shoving the leg down. Controlling the angle.
On the edge. They're letting him wrestle. I like that. Compete. Jiu-jitsu.
Yep, absolutely. So his butt's on the line, so they have to keep back in, right? So that's like the whole main thing. Josh.
Slower pace here. Caught in half guard on the edge of the mat. I want to see
This is the
how
longest time he stayed in one position.
Yeah, I want to see how they approach this here. Looks like he's almost going to a cradle position. I can't see if he's got that head gathered up. He does not.
Looks like Alex is trying to reach for like a far side Kimura.
Still on the edge. Still on the mat.
Looks like he's got
the
the
toes.
Looks like
Technically still in. But yeah, here we go. And now we're out of bounds.
Nice. On the clock. Should stop. Nice. There's another reset in a similar situation, right?
No, so they. I'll wait for the. So for our viewers, if they're in a submission and they roll out of bounds, they start back or armbar on the dominant person. If they're in just a regular position, you just start back on your feet.
Nice.
I know everyone here was really afraid that double leg was going to come into the table for a second. I was like, oh, God, not like this. Oh, sinks under for a high crotch attempt.
30 seconds left.
Stuffed.
Yep.
Back to guard. Good butterfly here.
So we have Ricky here from Velez Jiu Jitsu, and he's been doing a very good job of not only getting out of Alex's attacks, but he's also trying to put on his own positional attacks as well.
He's been a good anchor, so every time it looks like they've been trying to sweep or get him to move in a scramble, he's doing a really good job of keeping his hips heavy, and now it looks like he's trying to go for that Khabib style of triangling the legs and lacing them together.
Looks like we're heading into our first overtime of the day.
But Alex did a good job just keeping that mat back.
Fantastic.
So if you go over the rules one more time?
So for EBI, this is the EBI overtime rule set. So they're going to flip a coin as it rolls off the mat. But the winner of the coin toss will either attack or defend, armbar or back.
Time does not matter.
Time does not matter here. Submission is king.
Okay.
So if, let's say, they both submit each other, then we transition into the ADCC rule set.
Or if they both ride each other out.
Exactly. Or if they both escape.
Cool.
But if one
Oh, that coin just going and going and going and going. Nice.
Perhaps some tampering with the mats to make that thing roll. That AT home field advantage playing a factor.
So Ricky won the coin toss and it opted to defend first to kind of see what Alex is going to do.
Were you an attack first or defend first if you ever had the option?
Always kill. Sorry. Always go for the kill.
Always kill. Oh, yeah. I was talking about jiu-jitsu.
I was too. Always go for the sub. Always go for the attack.
He's got the choke side.
He's got that near wrist captured.
So remember, so 1, 2, 3. There's a 3-second transitional period. So if Alex still has a submission that transitions into a submission,
Okay.
then he can continue. However, because Ricky flipped into Alex's mount, close guard, now we attack.
Okay, so now Alex has to get out.
Alex has to get out.
Preference. And Ricky's obviously a strong partner, so I want to see how hard he anchors into this.
Sweaty too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Started with the leg captured.
That's gonna be tough.
Gets a
And
sub.
Velez gets the sub.
So what's the team score now?
So we are, I believe, Aesthetic Temple has 1 in regulation, Velez has 1 in OT. So I think it's 3-2. Yeah.
That's a huge guy.
Yeah, that's a big dude.
He chose the right submission.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and also too, really big kudos to Alex De La Cruz coming off on an injury, and just coming right back and just saying yes to a submission-only event, right?
Yeah.
And he had 2 good armbar attempts in the first 4 minutes.
Absolutely.
So he looked good.
Yeah. And listen, there was obviously a size difference as well, but, shout out to Ricky just getting the leg caught. Did he start with that leg caught?
No, I think he got it.
Oh, okay. So he captured it. Yeah. Great on him, limiting the movement. And now we have
These
a
Velez guys are huge. That guy's big too.
Yeah, dude, a Brazil rash guard on top of it.
Nice.
Oh, well, you know what that means.
All right, so we're sending out.
He's
Who's
not
going
the
out?
real. He's not real.
You think George is going out now?
Yep. All right, here we come, George Travinsky.
Now George looks like a big boy too. I ain't gonna lie. That's also a brick wall. He's got a little bit of mic kicking in him right there.
A little bit.
Something tells me you don't want to go under over, especially when he's that low in his stance.
No.
Yeah.
So George Travinsky, former wrestler for Elizabeth,
Oh, I could tell.
MMA guy here at AT, homegrown MMA fighter. And you can tell he definitely utilizes his wrestling to his advantage. Actually won the American National Championships this year in Nogi.
I could definitely see it. I'm expecting a level change here once he clears that tie. You could tell by that posture. Oh, you heard that, club.
Solid club.
Hey, it's what wrestlers do best. I suspect he's going to keep the heavy club coming, look to get the head up and down, and then find his shot.
Driving forward, looking for that body lock.
Yep.
Ooh, almost. If he does get a body lock, get ready.
Yeah.
Oh, body lock.
It's coming in.
Ooh.
I want to see if there's a throw attempt here on the other side. Very interesting Brazil rash guard Adidas soccer shorts combo. I kind of mess with it.
He's trying to throw us off,
Yeah.
doing the old Murillo Santana.
Oh, no.
I like how both fighters are very patient. Both competitors are just taking their time, no rushes, no rushing into the
Back in
into
the
the
center.
takedowns.
I think it's a good display of the control they both have here. Hikes up the body lock. Inside trip attempt.
Almost a drop Ouchi right there.
Guillotine attempt.
Nope,
Slides
he's out.
right out.
So
George's going to work his body lock.
Johnny has George's right arm trapped in a version of an overhook, but George is trying to fight into a body lock pass in here.
And it looks like
Clearing that knee. Nice. Like he was fighting, he's got to flatten him out. Ricky's keeping his frames. Johnny,
George is just staying flat and just trying to keep Johnny flat.
2 minutes left.
From what we see from the team in Velez, they're very comfortable playing bottom, very comfortable in their half guard position. So definitely something that they've always consistently trained.
gives me a strong jiu-jitsu cadence vibe. You can tell there that, he was fishing. He kind of had that half guard with the leg starting to drape over the top, but seems like George's heavy hips and attempt to pass kind of kept him at bay there for a second. But full guard back for Johnny.
Yeah. George doing the right thing, keeping his left knee kind of in between the glutes of Johnny, just to try to break the hip posture there.
Glutes. I like that.
Glutes.
Glutes.
At least that's where you're going with that. Ooh, got the forearm.
Guys, I had a lifting day yesterday. I'm sorry. Just a little tired here.
Looks like George is going to look to handcuff him and put it underneath, but now it's been disconnected.
Using the sweaty.
Oh, yeah, that'll make a factor.
A little bit.
George strikes me as a sweater. Something tells me when he gets in there and starts clinching. He knows how to use those no-gi grips. Looking for a bump sweep here or to catch the Kimura.
George has to be careful here. He has to show some sort of advancement. While we have 40 seconds left on the clock, you don't want to get struck with a penalty here.
It's that long guard of Johnny. I could see that being a huge problem for anyone, honestly.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to elongate that, right? Stretch it out.
Yeah.
Look at all the space.
Yeah, right.
He's climbing.
Attempt here.
Get over the knee. Nice. Okay. 20 seconds left, though. Let's see what he can do.
Knee on belly. Leg entry from Johnny. Beautiful attempt.
50-50.
Short time. 10 seconds. 20 seconds.
Toe hold.
Toe hold attempt here.
Toe hold to toe hold.
Toe hold and a knee bar going towards George, but it looks a little shallow.
And time.
Nice.
Heading into overtime.
I can tell you what, Johnny's 6-foot-something frame and George's brick house muscles, I wouldn't want either of those guys on my leg. Those are two guys that do not want toe hold / knee barring me right there.
And who gets to choose Velez again?
Now, in
John.
classic wrestler fashion, sorry to cut you
All
off.
good.
I imagine George is going to try to get to a hot start here and try to use a lot of movement to try to open up his opportunity to leave.
Yep, Johnny opting to attack first this time.
Mike's urging him to go boom, out, So, body triangle for Johnny. Looks
Switch
locked.
the sides. Nice.
Went to the lock side here.
This is long.
See if George tries to backstep that triangle leg.
George is doing a good job of just fighting off the hands. Johnny obviously is very comfortable here, very tall, very long-limbed here. But George doing a good job of just taking away the choking hand or the attack hand here and getting his back onto the mat.
Yeah, he's
Body
getting
lock, I
back.
think, body triangle, I think he's done.
No.
It's still locked in.
It's still
he's
up.
long.
Still locked in, yeah. He doesn't have it hidden behind the leg. He has it right down the middle. But methinks if George can...
Good. High hips. Oh, armbar.
Great armbar attempt. Shook him 3
There we
15
go.
seconds. Nice.
Very nice.
Now George calls the back right away. Look at the ref and said, I want the back.
Something tells me if he gets 2 boots in and flattens you out, you got a lot of problems in life.
So he needs to escape to keep it to the next overtime.
Yes.
And I have to imagine the back strategies are a bit different. So if you're Johnny, you will probably definitely wanted that body triangle. But now if you're George, I imagine it's all about keeping that upper body pressure, you know, trying to use the head next to his and just kind of keep everything close.
Yep. Well, Johnny
Across
has
the
to escape.
face.
Johnny has to escape.
Across the face. That looks tight.
Oh, tremendously
Right across.
tight.
A lot of pressure on the jaw right there.
So if Johnny could find a way.
Other side. That looks tight. That is through the
right over the
face.
jaw.
Yeah, that's a tight. You can't chill there too long. Tucking your chin won't
George
stop
just
that
keeps
one.
switching back and forth, doing a great job of keeping the choke hand underneath the entire time, left and
Yep.
right.
And he's just transitioning. And
20 seconds.
That'll go through the jaw, something tells me, especially if he could lock
His
it
face
to
looks
forward.
red. Look at his face. Still defending.
But Johnny's surviving. I think
10 seconds.
Well,
George needs to hold. George needs to hold now.
he just
Doesn't
needs to
have
hold
to
him
submit.
here. Yep.
I think he's gonna make it.
3, 2, 1, and time.
As expected, my hypothesis was correct. George has really big, strong arms.
Dude, look at his face.
That one hurt. Yeah, you could see the.
I felt that over here. So that gives.
So,
So
yep.
that'd be 2 for Temple. So it's 5-2 team score.
4-2.
Or 4-2.
Ah, yes, my
Because
math.
it's only 1 point when you get out.
Oh, okay.
If you win by ride out, I believe it's only a point.
Am I getting booted? No.
No, it's
Anything
just,
but this.
so just a background, they come, they go there, and then they give out their names, and we don't know them, who they are. So
It's all right.
now they're going to come to the booth,
intimidation tactic. This young man has Army written on his shorts.
It's Frank and
That's Frank the Tank.
Frank the Tank.
Frank the Tank.
Yeah, I'm expecting big collar ties.
A little play with the wrist. Yep, those are the collar ties I'm seeing. Looks for an outside trip with the overhook.
Ooh, look at that. Overhook, using that overhook.
Yep, and he is climbing right now. He's getting that overhook really deep. Pressures him to shoot. So he's got the head and arm trapped here. Looks like his intention isn't to go for a choke, but he is ultimately fishing for a go behind. Oops, slipped right off. Big strong hips.
Half guard.
All right, that's Joe from Velez.
Cage doing a good job controlling the head. Just dropping pressure. Frank's hand fighting in half guard. Kimura there.
Deep half guard trap, straightens out the legs to try to gain some space and was looking for the Kimura, but had to reset.
She's doing a great job of hiding that on.
Joe just kind of climbing Frank, but again, they have to be careful about going out of bounds here. As of right now, both feet are inside the circle. Both gentlemen are inside the circle. So if they get pushed out, even the pinky toe inside the circle is still considered in bounds.
There you're walking the tightrope right here.
Out of bounds here, and now they're going to reset in the middle.
Neutral.
Yep.
Slap bump to start it off. Bit of a slower pace now.
A little bit aggressive for sure. Ooh,
Nice.
nice shot.
Oh, and he hips right in,
Into
gets
half
caught
guard.
in half guard.
Dropping pressure. Frank's doing a good job with his frames.
Yeah, Joe's looking really strong on top here. I'm curious if he's going to try
Driving
to.
on his toes.
There he is. He's going to try to use that leg to pry out of half guard.
And Frank's doing a really good job of just keeping on his angles and just keeping his hips cornered in. But
Minute 40.
Climbs those arms up a bit. Oh, slips right off.
slips out. He has to watch out for the triangle here.
He's going to try to kick that leg through and catch it.
Good posture, good posture. Shucking it through. No pass yet, no pass yet.
He's going to try to shove that knee through. Oh, he's going for that kind of half Nelson style. Yep, and he's going to use that grip on the ankle to flatten it
Nice.
out.
Keeping that pressure, keeping that pressure.
Heavy
North,
hips
south, nice.
and all the way to the other side. And now he's got those knees pointing the opposite direction.
A
He's
little bit of
got,
back exposure.
looks like he's fishing for a gift wrap here.
A minute left.
Frank putting that extra pressure on Joe's right shoulder now. Hunting, looks like he's hunting the back actually.
Tries to step up. Joe, strong hips, butterfly hook, kicks him over. And is looking to fish an arm bar.
Looks like an armbar attack here. Elbow is out.
Slips right
Nice.
out.
Frank goes right to pressure again.
Watch out for.
Seems to be a triangle.
There's the posture. 20 seconds left.
The room is absolutely loud here. Absolutely crazy right now.
Doesn't seem to have the elbow across.
Lock getting a little closer, but he's still not to that ankle yet. He's just kind of crushing his own foot. That angle looks pretty strong, but he
Made
survived.
it, he made
All right.
it. That's
Well,
tight
we're
for
back in
sure.
overtime.
Team AT, aesthetic tempo going crazy.
Two good choice. Both guys look spent.
Little tired, yeah, just a bit. But then again, right, this is our amateur bracket, so maybe these competitors are a little bit newer compared to our season. So this gives an idea of, hey, How do we conserve our energy? How do we breathe on to go for the next round?
Competition pace. Doesn't matter who you are. It definitely hits a bit different.
And we said the cardio will be a factor, so let's see it.
Starting off in the armbar position for Joe. And he's already taking the lean towards the legs. And that leg is already hooked.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
3 seconds, right?
And that's it. Yep, that's an escape.
That was a great escape.
Frank does a good job just getting his elbow below that line, flattening the hips of Joe so there's no re-attack on his leg or any kind of top position. So, Coach Mike gives Frank the call on what to choose. This is a guy who trusts his competitors, man. You love to see that chemistry.
He also, right, he's with them day in and day out. Kind of knows like what to expect, what not to expect from his competitors as well too.
I've never met Frank, but he seems like a pretty chill guy. He seems like the type of guy to look to Mike and was like, "What do you think?" And Mike said, "Dude, have some faith in yourself. Trust it."
Here you go.
So that, like it's already locked our. Looks like Frank's gonna try to wrap up those feet.
Stop. Keeping that on. Nice.
There we
He's
go.
going the other way. He's going the other way.
As long as he
Pinch
keeps
those
that
knees.
as long as he keeps his left calf on
Looks
Joe's
good.
head here.
Good proper.
Yep.
Good pressure.
Looks like Joe's head might be closer.
Right now, but he's out.
And we are walking into our first ADCC overtime rule set. So there's no, remember guys, so for this ADCC rule set, or modified ADCC rule set, it's 3 minutes, and first to dominant position wins. So no guard pulling. So if let's say I decide to jump on, or Frank decides to jump on the back of Joe and get hooks in, that's considered a dominant position. Or if let's say Joe shoots for a takedown and holds Frank in.
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
It looks like Joe is walking forward first.
He's looking to push the pace. Heavy double. Oh, but there's a guillotine in.
If he gets the guillotine out,
Arming guillotine here. Frank does have that arm wrapped around the back of Joe, but looks like his head's caught pretty tight, slips out.
Dominant position.
all he has to do, he has to pass the guard. He passes the guard and holds the side control for 3.
Knee cut.
Joe's got to be explosive there.
1, 2, 3, and time.
Nice. Can we see that highlight again? That was a nice
Yeah,
double.
no, that was nice, man. That's your picture-perfect double leg. Just, hey, don't make it rocket science. Cut the hands. Make sure there's no ties active. Drop the level. Big double leg. You got that big
second overtime.
That big scooping double leg. That was awesome to watch.
So I guess that cardio is working out, huh?
Yeah,
man.
man.
Cardio is working out.
Yeah.
The blast double in overtime.
Frank said, hey, you know what? Let me get on those CrossFit pull-up bars over there. The picture of Ali and Jordan next to each other hyping me up. Let me go hit the gymnastics rings in the corner of the aesthetic temple.
So, all right. So we have next Andrew and Dallas.
Oh, so two small guys do get to go against each other.
Love that. As a 5'7" gentleman myself, I'm a big fan. Know what I love about it, too? I believe it's Andrew. Lankiness, man. There's nothing cooler than a shorter gentleman whose wingspan is almost touching 6 foot. It looks like Andrew's arms are hanging down to the floor. Leg entanglement quick, sets him over.
Velez needs to get the submission in order to tie up the score.
Up, he lost it.
So that knee line's out. I suspect Dallas is going to look to stuff those legs down, keep an underhook, and get around that corner. Hey, sick guard retention, though. And now he's looking over for that knee bar. Nope, I lied. He's coming back. Dude, that
Is an arm in there?
No, it looked like an armless triangle from this part.
small guy jiu-jitsu is the best, dude.
These guys are going all out.
Yeah. I just almost had an epileptic fit trying to keep up with them, bro. They are flying. Leg entanglement.
Andrew just hunting for that knee bar. Dallas's knee line is out, but Andrew's just relentless with that knee bar.
For me, I think the prediction's going to be whichever guy takes a deep breath first is going to be at the disadvantage.
Okay. Finally, they settle down to close guard. Oh, nope, I guess not.
Small man jiu-jitsu, there's no such thing as pause.
Yeah.
Close guard, not for these guys. They're still moving.
Oh.
And so they got each other in that ankle entanglement.
Hammer left. There's hammer.
Curious to see what Dallas does here to defend. That leg's caught, but it looks like he might be able to get
It looks
back.
like Andrew's hand is just a little bit high up the calf
Yep.
from this angle here, yep.
Okay, he's out.
Dallas slips through. Now he's hunting a triangle. And that's deep. Leg hook tap.
Wow. We are now tied.
And heading into the last match.
That's awesome. That's a great match.
Okay, so what happens now?
I think we have to do.
Tiebreaker rules, right?
So what do we do now, Master
First
Josh?
criteria is most regulation subs. We tied on that, right?
Right.
Second criteria is most subs overall. Who had the sub in the overtime?
Velez.
Velez? And that was the only sub in the overtime.
Yeah.
Wow, 5-5.
Shout out to Dallas. You know, you get put.
So,
First criteria is most regulation subs. Now the time. Second criteria is most subs overall. That makes Velez the winner.
Velez giving each other hugs as a team on the side. Coaches embrace, dap each other up, get a hug. And in that classic wrestling fashion, it looks like AT is
It's
lined
already
up.
shaking hands, right?
Yeah, they're going to already shake hands. Definitely is run like a wrestling room from what I'm seeing.